Alright guys, what's good? Today we are going to be installing brand new Bilstein B12 suspension on the car, and also installing Spherical Bushings on the rear trailing arm by Synchro Design Works. So this is going to be a major haul-in of the car and major revamp of the suspension. So I'm gonna walk you guys through it, but I'm gonna start with the rears first. But to do that on the coupes, you have to pretty much take apart the whole rear trunk. So we have to do that first before we can even get to any part to replace. So let's get started. So there's actually a more detailed video of taking apart the trunk that I saw. I can link that video below. All right, gang, so we have backed the car in. It's on wheel chucks as well, making sure we're safe. And we have taken apart the entire trunk lining just to have ease of access to these two strut towers. So we're gonna do that and jack the car up from the back and get started. Alrighty, gang, so we have taken apart the wheel, jacked the car up safely. It's on wheel chucks in the front. Right, just, you know, you gotta be safe and shit. And we have taken apart a lot of things from the back. So to do anything first, right, you have to take apart this bolt. It is an 18, I believe. And we are going to replace the rear trailing arm bushing. So it's this bushing that goes up in here. But to even get to that, I have to take apart this flap, and it is gonna be underneath right here. Yep. You can drop it. Yep.
Oh my god. Look at that shit. That's so wild.
Alright, gang, so for the Z4, I have to take out this liner because it's blocking the control arm compartment. And there's some extra things that you have to take apart in there. So we're gonna do that right now. And it's like a combination of a regular thing and like a hex, like a star torque bit.
Whoa! You just dumped shit on your head. Clean out all the nasties. Okay. This is what we're taking off. Point to it, then. Put this light on it.
Pointing, we're doing this. That one behind the trailing arm, and then there's one on the other side right there. And so 3 bolts. I think they are 17s, but I'm going to mark around the trailing arm.
You're lucky.
I know.
I know.
Oh my god, I fucked the marker up so bad. So in this area right here, you want to remove all those ABS connections from this housing. There's a housing right there, and if it opens, it's like a flap. And you just disconnect all the wires and remove all the clips. Get a clip remover, that shit helps a lot.
And nothing's gonna pop out?
No. Now we're cooking with grease a little bit again. Wait, okay.
What?
God damn, look at that arch though. Oh man. Alright, so right there, you pry off those ABS lines, and then there's a bolt. You got to take that out. Behind the trailing arm, there's another bolt that you have to take off. It's like a little bracket that is connected to that first bracket. I mean, that bolt connection. But then that would make the brake line not snag and not put any weight on the brake line, because you need to push the control arm so far down so you can get the bushing removal tool in there in the first place. let the control arm drop and to let the brake lines be able to drop as well. But now we're just doing this. Yeah, look.
It's a good arm workout.
Yep.
Oh, we have liftoff.
We have the bushing.
Woo! So, what we're gonna do is put in this bushing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put in this bushing right here, and we're gonna put it in this way. But I'm gonna lube it up.
Lube that shit up. Ah.
So, not that it really matters. That's about how far. Okay, stop.
Oh, it's coming back out.
Stop. Don't bang it.
I'm not banging it, bro.
You literally were just. There's
Okay,
video recording that you were banging.
Okay, I'm banging it. I'm banging it.
Okay.
All right. As you can see, I decided to use a different tool to press this bushing in than the same tool that I used to get it out. You know, this was just what my experience was, and from what I've read, these spherical bushings were a bitch to get on. I've watched multiple videos, and each of them said the same thing. And so I just got this AutoZone tool just to make sure I had something beefy. I just wanted to get something very sturdy and knock him in first time go. So I used those different BMW bushing removal tools to get the old ones out because those actually worked better. And the setup is actually very very user friendly, basically, very user friendly. And so I used those ones to take the old bushings out and use these AutoZone. I think I might be able to find the part number, but if I do, I'll post it in the description or in the video, somewhere in the video as well. But yeah, that's just how I did it. Please use your tools and make sure you have more tools than you might need, because you don't know if you're gonna need some tools, and running back and forth to shops is not really the move. Just from my two cents. I mean, it pretty much lines up itself, Make sure the eyebosh is facing up, put the purchase back on, and see how easy that is. So now we're putting the toe bracket on, and we're going to try to line it up and make sure the bolt passes through. And then you have to torque this one to 81 foot-pounds. Perfect.
And do you have to not have, because are you going to click? Is it going to click if you put, okay. That's clicked for sure. Okay.
Alrighty. And then torque these down to 57 foot-pounds. And yeah, you should be good. All right, so assembling the Bilstien shocks is just as easy as disassembling, or it's just the reverse process of disassembling the OEM shocks. So the bellows with the bump stop go on first, and then there's a little metal washer, and then there's this little crush washer that goes on after that. And you just put the strut mount, the strut top on it, and you tighten it with the bolt. But the thing is that you have to hold the top of that stud while you torque down the bolt, or else, the thing just free spins. So as you can see right here, I'm using a little crescent wrench along with an open-ended ratchet, and use any method as long as you can properly hold down the top of the strut of that little stud and torque down the bolt. But I can also link that video, that initial video of taking apart the trunk. That same video, E is assembling a pair of Bilstein B12 or B8. Pretty much the same, but it goes very much in depth to it. So I think you should definitely cross research that video if you're using it for resources along with this one. And it's ready to install onto the car. Excuse me, I farted. It was lovely.
I didn't go nowhere. Let me see it. Bro, what? I mean, you drop some when you... Oh! It's gonna be nice, huh? Or is it stiff? It's really stiff, huh? I just want...